at 8 on Win FM. Get ready for an hour of real talk that will keep you engaged and informed, bringing you insights, the hottest topics of the moment, and perspectives that matter from the runway to the political arena. Real Talk with Lavi covers all. Let's get real. Wednesday nights at 8 on Win FM.
WINN is 98.9. 98.9 is Win FM.
Let's get real on Win FM. Hi, this is Lavi. Let's get real Wednesday nights at 8 on Win FM. Get ready for an hour of real talk that will keep you engaged and informed, bringing you insights, the hottest topics of the moment, and perspectives that matter from the runway to the political arena. Real Talk with Lavi covers all. Let's get real Wednesday nights at 8 on Win FM. This song is such a beautiful song. The late Peter Tosh. If you live in a glass house, you don't throw stones. A wonderful good evening to you guys wherever you are. Once again, this is Real Talk with Lavi. I just got to let you guys know that a lot of us are very happy, especially if you look at the election over there in the United States between the president race between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. Yeah, so tonight's topic, we're going to be giving some American, election views right here on the Real Talk. So tonight you can call in, or you could meet me on social media, on the walls, you comment, you leave your views, but a lot of you don't abuse me. I've been getting a lot of abusing in my inbox. A lot of people abuse me left, right, and center. What I did, we no longer have any political views. But anyway, I could handle it. I'm in the media, so I expect things like this. Yes. But tonight, we are going to hopefully give our views with the election that is happening right now. And one of the questions in terms of what I want to focus on, because this is what the elected president, which is Donald Trump, he ran on this. The message, it kept coming. He said, are you better off now than you were 4 years ago? And the people are vexed, the people that don't understand why you're doing that, I'm just letting you know, it is election. People come, they share their views with me, they tell me why they're supporting the Democrats. And that's your right. People don't knock people because you support Democrats or because I'm black. I support the Democrats. But anyway, it is 2 minutes after the hour of 8 o'clock right down here in the Eastern Caribbean island, the beautiful island, my hometown, St. Kitts and Nevis. Good night to you people. Good night. Good night to the folks on the internet. People have an open mind, but at the end of the day, I consider myself a bold leader. And I really do. It doesn't matter who you support, but I must say, respect people opinions and respect whatever party they choose to support. Because, we're no longer kids, and I grew up in a system where, in terms of being a part of a political party, most of the time we grow up because we were born into it. Our families was like that. Our friends were influenced by other people. But as an adult, I went and after living in the United States, I recognized that I voted for the Democrats because of black people and because I am black, and they said that the Democrats is for black. I am now an adult, like I said. I have business, and when you're in business and you understand how it is when you're feeling the squeeze out there supporting a particular party, and at the end of the day, it's not everybody looking for a handout, but you're looking for a leadership that can make that economy, the immigration, policies. People want to know what you're going to do besides how you look. But I'm just going to let you guys know, right, that a lot of people were calling me and letting me know, some of them sharing their views, and I listen to them. But what I recognize, I listening to them, but they don't want to hear me out. They're basically mad with me and telling me, Lavern, you and Camilla is more or less in the same kind of highlight because you guys are out here being leaders and you all have, the same cause, want, the communities and to be better in society, blah, blah, blah. At the end of the day, I still, as an individual, I should not have to look at somebody just because they're female and discard the purpose of what they're actually serving. Kamala Harris, the Vice President Kamala Harris, she ran to be President of the United States. I could not just look at somebody because they're a woman and because they're supposedly black versus the other opponent because they're white or whatever race they are. I am a critical thinker. I am self-made. I know what it's like to be struggled. I understand the university of life in my own way. And one of the reasons why I could basically think outside of the box is because I socialize with people of all walks. So when it comes to gender, when it comes to a color of somebody's skin, it is more than that now in terms of want to, as I said, build Kamala Harris because she's a female. I didn't tear down the lady. I did not. But as a bold, conscious, confident woman like myself, I expect when you throw people in the ring as a female representing me, I want to see the same kind of energy. You had people throw her resume in my face all over. They send all the information with Kamala Harris. They show all her resume, all the schools that she went, and that's fine. I am not knocking anybody for the accomplishment or the intelligence. But when it comes to running a country, you have all walks of people, and I have not seen where Kamala Harris have basically talked to people like myself. We got to be careful when we're talking about middle class and even poor people. Because when you think of middle class, the middle class, when she grew up, she said she was a middle class, but she actually got to go to Harvard. She actually got to get a decent life with certain things, which is fine. But you cannot be saying that you come from middle class when you basically was fortunate for your parents or whoever to give you that opportunity and knocking the president, Donald Trump, just because he come from a wealthy family. We gotta be careful of when we just saying that people are billionaire. Because what I see of Donald Trump, I don't just look at the negativity of what people are saying about somebody. I look at the credibility of a person, whether he black, white, a male, a female. And what I realize for somebody that is basically, I would say a billionaire, as Donald Trump, and he born with a silver spoon, that man, he don't have to be out here trying to get our vote and taking all the knocks and, all the different kind of crazy stuff. And because of that, you see all the charges that they have against him, and they call him a criminal. They call him all kind of names. And that basically had me in 2016, and I listened to the one media, CNN, and all the other medias, the liberals, that basically only showed the negative of Trump. In 2021, when COVID actually reached the United States, because it came out in 2019, and it reached the United States between early January, February, and I was living in the United States, and I felt the shutdown, the lockdown, being an entrepreneur. Yes. So when many of you people out there are supporting individuals or parties and not really looking at the issue, because at the end of the day, I listen to Kamala, and as I said, from COVID, that stayed with me because I experienced COVID in the United States, where only frontliners, our frontline workers, was the one that was out there, supermarkets and all those people was getting the monies. You had persons that work for the government and persons that work in certain establishment was able to stay home and work on the internet, while others wasn't getting clananak. President Trump was able to give, I think was 600 at one point, and then another 1,000 or 1,500, but he did give you that check, and it came directly in your account. You didn't have to present no social security number. You did not have to present nothing but your address or your account number. If you presented your account number, you get it direct deposit, and you was able to see that the next day in your account. So when we're actually trying to discredit people and we just talk about the bad of Donald Trump basically told Kamala Harris, I did not know you was black. The media ran away with it, and persons who are saying that people are prejudiced just because the man is a white man. Put yourself in his shoes. You look at somebody as a white Caucasian, and in your head you have a certain depiction of a black person. And then you see somebody look Asian, Indian, never one time said that their father was from Jamaica. But at the end of the day, the man said he did not know she was black, and all of a sudden, because of the election, she chose to say that she is black. And I believe that we need to stop overrate some of these depiction of somebody, whether they're black, white, or not, and basically deal with people as individual. Because Kamala Harris is biracial. Her father is Jamaican. And I did my research, people. But also, she is of Indian and Asian descendant. It's surprisingly that I never really see her try to even talk much about the Indian and the Asian community also. They just chose to go with black. And then, she went ahead and she threw Michelle Obama and Oprah, Cardi B of all person, Jennifer Lopez of all person. Jennifer was married 3 times. And how many of that basically last? And Jennifer, need not to forget that Jennifer was involved with P. Diddy, that they now have castrated in the prison for crimes that they say he did way back when all those people, Beyonce, all of those people was associated with P. Diddy and others. I am saying this to say, right, that when we're going to, as you hear the song, if you're living in a glass house, don't throw stones. So how bad is Donald Trump? He's the worst. And we must go and look at these Hollywood stars, these heathen, that destroy a lot of our young black people and our children. Idolizing these people, making them rich and making them billionaires. They get away to do all the bad stuff. that you and I cannot do because they would throw us in the prison. And this is why I cannot look at someone because they are female. I have nothing wrong, nothing against Miss Harris. You understand? I don't have anything against her. But when you're going to put yourself to be in leadership, I expected more from Miss Harris. Right? And I know when it comes to politics, you can't really win. You're going to get a lot of agree and disagree. But what I basically look at, like I said, I listen, I actually watch the launch of all of these people on both CNN, both Fox, and many of the other news media and social media. You know, I listen very well. And this is not the first time I'm listening to politics. So far, all my life, every time I vote for somebody, they win. The first time I started voting was in, I think, 1989. Then I came back, I think, in 1993, then 95, then 2010. Unfortunately, I wasn't here for 2015. And then I also voted in 2022. I voted in 2017 or 18 in St. Thomas, time flies, and they won. And I'm now, when it comes to President Trump, the presidency in America, every time I chose to support a party, they win. So everybody who wants to make the noise, the fact remains, when you're in a race, whether you're going for a pageant or whatever competition, you're going to be, you want to go in to be successful. So when you lose and you're going to say, they cheat, they this, they that, the fact remains. This was a race where you had a pope came on, and the pope say, vote for the two lesser of the evils. I think the Democrat, they underestimate the people, and they did not focus enough on the policies. Kamala Harris did not win the primary. President Biden, he chose her over other persons that won the primary. And look at that karma. A few years after, they basically toss out Biden after they realized that Donald Trump was beating him, because it appears that Biden is going to some medical, whatever, old age. And they just, Kamala, you know, she went in the race. And this happened in politics, people, so don't come for the supporters. Even those people that are out there, that are in these political groups and teams, they have issues, not because you see them come out and they look like teams. Just imagine, put yourself in your household. Tell me how many households are just so perfectly. Even the pastors could tell you they don't work like that, because it's people you're dealing with. So I definitely know that I could imagine Kamala would have had whatever issues she was facing with Mr. Biden, because she would have been the person that was in there. And if she knew she wanted to run, because she would have known that Biden would not have been able to do another 4 years, even if they was elected. But they didn't come forward. They wait until the last minute after Donald Trump had them in the neck. Because, you know, the man loose, the man free, the man don't go from the script. The man know what's going on. He knock and hang and drink with them. He knock glasses. The same people that want to put him away. He knows them. President Trump said that Oprah Winfrey asked him to run with him. Yes, to be his vice president. Yes. So sometimes we got to be careful that because we're looking at political parties, we look at other person just because they have an opinion. And I'm not going to knock anybody, because everybody can support the same party. If we support the same party, we don't have a race. What's the purpose? We need to be open-minded. And this is why I can come and I can wear this hat. And when we're talking about prejudice and prejudice that, we are all human beings. Somebody have to run the government. If we don't have no government, we don't have no country. Believe it or not. We need people in positions to do certain things. People telling me, oh, Donald Trump, oh, when they knock on your door and you come and they say you got to go back home. You know something? If we really have to wait for Donald Trump to come and knock on your door because things going to happen, look at hurricane come, wait on your door. What you going to do? And a lot of people are in America, and some of them do have the green card, but they don't go and renew these things. They stay away from it for whatever reason. And you have, like for instance, I'm going to share a little thing quickly. When I got my green card, I got it from my sister that adopted me in the early 80s, back in the late President Reagan time. My sister was down in the Virgin Islands on a bond, but she was working hard. And President Reagan, under the Republican, they passed the amnesty, and she was able to become a legal resident in the United States of America. And all the man is basically saying, why not have or encourage legal immigrants in your country? We should want this here in St. Kitts and Nevis the same way. There's a number of people from the Caribbean is leaving from here and go to America when they come out of jail and prison and done kill and done do all kind of things. You guys, a couple months ago, you will hear someone say, well, if they kill somebody or if they feel like their life is being in danger, borrow some money, catch a plane, and go away. And this is exactly what President Trump, he ran a campaign on the hard topics and issues that many are afraid to touch. Yeah, so with that, like I said, I'm very, very open-minded, and my back is strong. So all who want to curse me because of my individual support of a particular party or someone that is running, the pettiness of politics in this small Caribbean, America show you something different. Because even persons that was on the Republican Party and for the Democrat Party, those people come out openly in the media and showing you definitely I am not supporting Donald Trump. Even his Vice President Pence came out openly saying that he's not going to support Donald Trump. Liz Cheney came out the same way. But there also other person came out and said they was not going to support Kamala either, the Democrats, Nancy Pelosi. Some of them didn't really come out directly and say it, but you know very well that they did not say certain things because they wasn't pleased. So all I'm simply saying, we have to be beyond that small island petty politics. We need to be more adult and mature. Cursing our people, I can't tell people what to do, but cursing people ain't gonna make me weak. And the negative of the public that came on strong, and even the people that tried to crucify Donald Trump and want to lock him up and two attempts to kill this man, look at what happened today. He still survived and came out strong as a 78 years old man. So I am just going to say this, maybe a lot of you not accustomed of females like me, black women like me, because our black people only come together for one common cause, to make politicians rich, to make politicians relevant. But some of us do not come together as a family to even make our own families better our people. We don't build our people, but we come together, whether it's religious or in politics. And this is why I can think outside of the box. It is now 8:23. You're live on the Real Talk with Lavi. I see them on the thread there, they're cussing me, but I don't care. Trump don't win. And it shows that the people wanted a change from the Democrats. And I'm saying this in all political parties. This happened. But nobody had expected that this was going to happen in America, because every time Trump came out, they're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats. But every time he said something, they look for the negative to come and run on that, forgetting that you can't eat that, because at the end of the day, groceries are high, gasoline for your cars are high, electricity high, this high, school high, bus fare high, everything high. People struggling can't eat. A lady messaged me and said, Lavi, look what I'm eating. I'm eating crackers. But I'm quite sure, like I said, right? Some of us don't have so much of a choice to say, well, I'm eating this and then tomorrow I'm going to eat something else. And when I listen to Donald Trump, listen, whether he could do it or not, Donald Trump tell the people and what we want to hear. So it's left for us now, as a people, to basically listen to everything that he say, and hopefully that they will do the majority of what they say they're going to do. And so far, it appears the first thing they're going to try to go at is to bring down the gasoline, and I'm looking forward for that. One thing with America politics, like I said, ain't just no one side and this, that, and that's it. You have different people across all the political parties, between the Democrats, between the Republicans. You have senators, and you have other people, decision makers out there, along with the many medias. So people don't message and put on the thread and tell me I must hush, because I am not going to hush. This is what I'm a public person. I'm a public person to bring the real issues to the people. It's not everything we're going to like from all the things that we're saying. The people want to hear progressive people. The people don't want to hear people just cussing them and ranting and telling them all about the flaws and what, How about we talk about forgiveness? Donald Trump won. He was a president, and he wasn't all that bad. Matter of fact, when President Trump was in, small business had a lot of opportunities. So some people who don't have a business would not know about these things. There's a lot of persons out there depending upon the system. And I've realized that all these years, so many people support the Democrat Party, black people in particular, and tell me what they get out of it, really. You want to tell me? You can put it on the thread. Because a lot of them don't support the Republicans, but the Republican Party is not the Republican Party that many of us know from way back. Trump went over there and, listen, the Republican Party is supposed to be a conservative party, but Trump went over there as an economist, an entertainer, a businessman, as a billionaire, a family man, and a man who is from New York, where the New Yorkers speak their mind. And I'm going to tell you guys this. You might not like what I want to hear, because some people up in the feeling, and I understand that. But I could tell you this much. Between now and the next election, going forward, within the next 10 years, this is going to be a norm where the public is looking for candidates that can be themselves and not just be scripted, where somebody just write in your speech and you just stay there and you read what somebody write for you. It's okay to just be yourself and speak from your heart, people. It is okay. It is okay. So the kind of politics that we're looking for and feel, well, they speak nice. Real people the people who ain't got nothing to eat and don't know where they're going to get something to feed themselves and the children the next day, they want to hear action. What are you going to do? And I'm sorry, Miss Kamala Harris as a female and somebody that is, I would say, multicultural, she's supposed to understand the people. She was a prosecutor, so she see all kind of different kind of people. She's an educator. I would have expected that Kamala would have basically run a campaign that can reach the people. Abortion, and the way how they put it out, they run a campaign to put people in fear. Because we very well know, even though the Republican is not that they're against of abortion, but there's certain things that government needs to be there to protect people as well. And as Donald Trump said, he will protect you whether you like it or not. Who don't want somebody to protect them whether you like it or not, especially if it's in good faith? Right? So some of these things, when, for instance, I know that in modern time, if somebody pregnant, and you could, modern days, you could know exactly what kind of baby you're going to bring. If the baby is going to be deformed or for whatever reason, depending on the time, of course, it is that mother's right if, to have some thoughts about it and not go through that and put themselves in a situation to bring that baby into the world like that. But there's also other situation where, why not persons out there who are carelessly getting pregnant, and you decide, okay, after 7, 8 months, 9 months, you don't want the child, so just murder that child? Or you use condom? Yes, there's situation again where persons get molested from young, and you don't want your child at 10 years old and 13 or whatever, depending on the situation again. But it is not the way how the Democrats is putting it over as if like the Republicans then want to basically come and control your life and you're not going to. They're misleading people. Because at the end of the day, government make rules and their laws, and that is what lawyers and the courts are there for, where you can go and you can basically, put in and argue for your rights. So as a female and as a mother, I don't believe, and this is what that never really stand out to me, the Abortion Act. And of course, everybody got the reason and the rights as to know why they're going to be voting for somebody. Don't come at me, people. This is how I feel. All right? Another thing is, when you're going to have a man or a boy, and you're going to change his body parts and put it to a female, and then you're going to say that that person can go in bathrooms like everything is normal. You can play football. You can compete with them. You can be in pageant. Do you know the mechanism of a man, the physical part, the strength of that man? He's still a man in certain ways, whether you change the person's genitals or not. Yes. So we should be very mindful of that when we want to basically just become a world now where men and women can go in the same bathroom and behave like it is normal. Yeah. And Trump, like I said, I commend him. He basically ran his campaign. All of them was weak, if you ask me. But as the Pope said, it was choose for the best of the lesser evils. Because right now, when it comes to politicians, you don't look for the integrity in these people. It's human you're talking about. It's a whole different ball game. Yeah. You're not going to find no saints out there being a politician. Don't let anybody fool your people. And this is why the people voted for Donald J. Trump. They voted because that man came on with his authentic. He was being Donald Trump. You don't know what to expect of him. And I'm hoping, like everybody else, there's not everything that Donald do I like, or anybody. Sometimes the things that he said I don't like. But sometimes you could see why he want to speak that kind of way, because when he know, as they say, you live in a glass house, don't throw stones. So here is that they're crucifying the man, but then he know about them, and like I said, all of them, the mix, hit the glasses together, drink, laugh, party together. See the mixing now, they bring in the Hollywood entertainers. They here to basically tell us our fate, tell us who we're supposed to vote for. When you ain't seeing these people, whether the economy good or bad, they're going to be eating. Oprah, billionaire. Michelle and Barack Obama, millionaire. And they're going to be millionaire for life because they have securities until they die. Cardi B, Jennifer Lopez, all millionaires. And the story continues, just coming out and tell us why we're supposed to vote for a woman who don't have any president experience, because Donald Trump have presidential experience, whether you believe it or not. The man was a president. As somebody is saying, cheers, applesauce for Trump. You said it right. He is a businessman. Yes. So, and I like people like that can think outside of the box. You don't have to like the man, but you have two people. Vice President Kamala Harris, that had 4 years. 4 years, as they said. Are you better off now than you were 4 years ago? How many really had known about Kamala, that her husband was from Jamaica, or really hearing about her? Many people say being a vice president, she don't have much to say. Well, if that's the case, I could see where they become lazy. No wonder the Democrats under Kamala Harris, they ran a lazy campaign. And now I could understand why Trump don't talk like that. The man 78 years old and had so much energy. Even when they went to murder this man, the man putting up his hand, fight, fight, fight. He love his country. How many of us can do that? How many of us really love our country? Are we just liking somebody? We hating somebody? And that's the difference. Someone said, Kamala never answer questions straightforward. She regularly used teleprompter, and that is because she didn't have no real plans. She was the border. Well, I don't know what I mean by that, but anyway, basically, I guess they wanted to say that she was in charge of the border. Where did that go? And in charge of the border, and many illegal immigrants came through. This person is well informed. They brought inflation. People was really drained of Sleepy Joe and his team. Trump promised to make America great again. He promised a better economy. And Trump said he's going to fix the economy. That man used words that even sometimes when he stray and he said, Kamala, you're fired, you know, he don't speak. It's all about entertainment too and charisma. You got to basically, hey, you can't just come on and just up there talking and think people going to just do what I say. The man connected, the man went in the barber shop, started a conversation in the barber shop. He went to McDonald's. People say it was fake. Yes, we all know the McDonald's wasn't open at that day. And it makes sense. You know, it's a president, they have to protect this man. But you know, that particular McDonald's, at the time that Mr. Trump was there, you could have gone there and get your free McDonald's and see President Trump. The garbage truck, he went to the garbage truck. And Kamala and her team and CNN, they just sit and feel that they could just see what all Trump do and just come and put it to the people. Poor, intelligent people can look and see beyond that. In 2016, I did not support Donald Trump because I listened to CNN and all the things that they were saying about this man and his family, not to mention his wife, Melania Trump. They bashed that woman, they cursed that woman, and they basically say how dumb and all kind of things, all because the lady was a model. But being a model don't mean that she can't cook and she can't do other things. Yes. And I was a part of that, meaning I fall into that because of the things I was hearing. I was misinformed because I never got out to really educate myself and give them a fair chance and listen to both sides. And as I said, COVID changed my mindset. I started working down at Fort Lauderdale, where Fort Lauderdale, Florida never shut down. A lot of persons left from New York, California, Texas, New Jersey. I can go on, Pennsylvania. They come from all those places because it was out of work. Business people, rich people, people even came from Canada because they said that their government up there sucks. And they came down to Florida looking work. And thank God for Fort Lauderdale, it never shut down. And a lot of those people was rich people, billionaires. But the place was shut down with COVID. Business went down. Again, as a hairstylist, as an entrepreneur, I work among those people that I would consider, because that is how they had them, They're racist. Yeah, they call them all kind of names. But I saw individuals, and of course, being a cosmetologist, I was able to listen to people. People share the stories. Sometimes when they come in, you judge people because you think that they have a color, and because they're white, a lighter skin, we say, oh, they have money. And when they start to share the stories, people will believe the same thing that you and I and other persons down here and different parts of the world talking about. The struggle is real. And I know a few of you that is on this chat tonight, you guys are surprised. Right? You guys are surprised because you guys are in your personal emotions and expect Lavi Gumbs of the real talk can just, oh, well, she's a woman. Lavi, you talk about empowering women. You shouldn't be tearing down a woman. I am not tearing down the vice president. But she came in the game to run. It's a man's world. When it comes, if you want to run the country that kind of way, a lot of us women are taking up the mantra of that pants. But when we want to take that mantra of the pants, it's more than just giving orders. Just like when we're being mothers of young men, boys, male children, that is why it's very important to have male figure in children's life at an early stage. Because we as parents are women, and the nurture in us, we have to be careful how we speak to men. Sometimes we speak to men expecting they're supposed to be heroes. But what are we really doing to lift these men up? Yes. And this is not a beauty queen contest. And as I said, you walk the talk. Who in it knows about it? And even up until now, Donald Trump, he did not win like what the media was telling us, like it's going to be like so close. That was lying to us. Because now that the election come, you see that he bang about the Republican candidates, bang the Democrat, bad. And it was not even just about Kamala Harris. The people fed up of the Democrat policies, and they have been sleeping since they got rid of Donald Trump in 2020. Let me continue what someone is saying. Donald Trump promised to end the unnecessary wars. Trump promised to make America great again. He promised a better economy. As Biden deputy, Kamala had no influence over Biden. Therefore, apparently the person is saying that she will be too weak to defend the country against other strong leaders. All right? Yeah. So I want to thank the person that sent in all these information here. This is someone, I guess, that is supporting Trump policies. This is nothing about because you like in somebody likable, a personality. It have its merit, but when it boils down is who gonna present these information and connect with the people. You have the moderate people out there. You have the conservative. You have the liberal. You have persons that are undecided. You have all walks of people out there. Yeah. You have all walks of people out there. So I'm very sorry to persons out there, women in particular. If you guys feel, because I am here, giving some views on the American election that took place yesterday and this morning about Minister 4, you basically already know who is the winner. And imagine even America with so many people, you see how quick you know who is the winner. So I'm not here knocking down nobody, and I know I'm a woman, I'm a strong woman, and I know basically not to put my feelings and my emotions and just look for somebody because they are a woman and because they're running against a man. This wasn't about no man and woman, and that is how the Democrat program the people, and Kamala Harris run a race like that. It boils down to man and woman. So if it's a woman, you're forced to vote for the woman because she's a female. When you're going to do that kind of thing, you're destroying us as human beings because the men ain't going to have no respect for us and women ain't going to have no respect for men. Yeah. So once again, it is 8:45. People don't come for me. If you like politics and you ain't got the guts to be strong, people keep out of politics. You understand? Stop wanting to abuse people because of what they believe in. Yeah. That is why you have elections. And if somebody is not performing, you get rid of them. Simple. The people chose to bring back Donald Trump. And as I said, for a man 78 years old, imagine Trump, 78 years old, and Biden the same age. And Trump up there calling Biden old, telling Biden he lazy, he can't this, he can't that. And you all get vexed. Basically, Trump was not, listen, Trump was in it to win it. Anything that man goes and do, that's what he going to do. Yeah. In it to win it. And he called out the things and the flaws against Biden that what a lot of people afraid to call out. They're afraid to call out Biden. Somebody telling me pronounce Kamala name correctly. Well, sweetheart, if these are things that make you guys, if these are the policies that you're working on, in how somebody pronounce somebody's name, that is why I like America. America never look at them kind of things. They look because they know the next day they're going to be hungry. They can't eat. And I know people can relate with what I'm saying. Okay? Y'all come out y'all feelings. Kamala Harris did not have enough time to go in the race. And even with the timing that she had, her campaign, her policies was very weak. She take too long to come out. You see, the thing is, the media wasn't showing you all what Trump and J.D. Vance was doing. Those people was out there to the people, not just going knocking on the house and say, well, I'm Kamala Harris and, I'm running or whatever. No. The people was out there. Trump, Vance team was out there to the people asking them their concerns. And this is why they could have present and they hit, listen, they was on the money with everything. Yes. So it's 8:48. I just got to let you guys know it is Real Talk with Lavi. This is a grassroots program. It's non-political. And we're here to bring nothing but real issues, things that is happening, no sugarcoating. But at the end of the day, if you're running for elections or for pageants or for anything, if you're running and no plans, you don't have anything that can connect with the people and expect to win, and when you lose, y'all gonna go curse the people? Now you understand what is happening. Democrats gonna be down for quite a while because right now, the Republican Party is not the party that we used to think it was. This thing when they're saying that Donald Trump is for the rich, you got to be very careful because these people were done billionaires. You expect them to want to be poor people? But you can't just expect because they're for the rich, they must not have nothing. How are they going to survive in order to employ other people? Everybody wants to benefit. And I find that the Democrat Party over the years have put the minority, or I would call them the mediocre, to depend on the system. And if you're a lazy person, and if you're not really a self-employed, have your own business and want to grow, you can't relate to even Lavi Gumbs and people like Donald Trump and the Republican Party, because the Democrat Party, since Bill Clinton, and I would say maybe, just maybe, Barack Obama, we gave him whole 8 years, and from 8 full years, we get Donald Trump, we give him 4 years, and you get rid of the man because we don't like Donald Trump's style, Donald Trump this. People literally say that Donald Trump is going to throw out America. Tell me if you see anybody out of America got thrown out. Just tell me. Right? Someone is saying that it is difficult to deal with fellow countrymen who lack formal education. Watch fake news, CNN, and choose a candidate by the color of their skin. There's also something else I want to read that somebody had said. This one is coming in from Iroy Burgundy. Burgundy. He's saying the Democrats essentially, Kamala, defeated themselves. Kamala never had nothing on the table to help with her with cryptocurrency. She keep it out. Yep. While Trump was getting big following by using it to voters. Only one reason I did not support Trump. After he sucked up to Putin and North Korea, Arabs and the Muslims voted for the man they don't like. Kamala had nothing to offer the Democrats. Trump tell you what he going to do and what he hates. Plus Biden Attorney General take too long to bring charges on him. Yeah, so the biased Supreme Court played out by setting the time back in his favor. And after listening to all of these kind of things, some of these charges what they had against the now President Donald Trump, some of them wasn't any big of a deal. But they did not have anything to really stop this man. So the best way they can come out to stop him was to get all kind of charges onto of him to eliminate him from the race. And that is where the Democrats went wrong. Yeah, that is where he went wrong. That's where the Democrats underestimated Donald Trump. They also underestimated the people. And the same, hear this here, the same immigrants, yeah, the same immigrants is who turn around and they gave the vote to Donald Trump because people was looking outside of the box and they literally understand the things that Donald Trump was saying. I could actually say this also. Donald Trump was talking about Liz Cheney. Liz Cheney came out, she's a Republican, and because she hated Donald Trump, she came out and she went for Kamala, and that was fine. That's her rights. And so Donald Trump say, the way how he put it over, like anything else, sometimes we will say things and some people don't get it and some people get it. And this is what I got from what Donald Trump said. Donald Trump was basically saying that Liz Cheney is a privileged, rich woman, and he's saying that they are for the war, and he basically saying that how would Liz Cheney felt if she's sitting on her couch watching the TV with her feet up cock, just seeing, the guns them coming, pointing back at her. How would she feel? Because what he's trying to explain is to let Liz Cheney and others know that this is the way how those people over there feel when you have the wars, and innocent children and babies have to face all these guns. Again, CNN ran away with it, and they say that Donald Trump is crazy, he's out of his mind, he's making threat to Liz Cheney and XYZ, blah, blah, blah. But there are other persons like myself, we did not buy into that, because at the end of the day, we want to hear about the economy, we want to end the war, and we also want jobs in America. We also want to secure the borders, because Donald Trump even tell us black people, the criminals are coming and getting our jobs. Yes. And there's actually, and people not really following these things enough, or maybe they're following what they want to hear, but there are actually different places across the Caribbean and different across the world. You hear that persons are coming from the prisons and coming into America. And it is true. It is true because it is happening. If somebody in the States do a petty crime, because you have a social security number and stuff like that, they could track you down and it follow you. Here in these small Caribbean islands, some of them don't have that, so you can go and come out of prison and it's who you know. Nobody even know what you done and you're gone. Take a plane and walking around like you're normal. So the man know what he was talking about. But is it because he have a complexion? He's not black? He not saying things about how we want him to say it? The man talk his truth. And don't underestimate Donald Trump. He's a New Yorker. Yeah. He is a New Yorker. And he know people. Yes. Some of the things we ain't gonna like I said, but it is politics. He ain't no worse than nobody else. And I know I'm looking for great things from Mr. Trump. I'm hoping that he and his team, hopefully they're going to get along. He's going to choose the right people. And at the end of the day, if they ain't working out as Donald like to fire people, you either get it or it is what it is. He's a bold leader. And we ain't going to like everything that the man do. So y'all could hate it, but at the end of the day, I basically supported Donald Trump. And I am not going to take back what I say. Right now, the Republican, and I hope they can keep the momentum up, because Donald Trump, as a businessman and as an economist, he went and he brought a different energy to the Republican Party. It's up to them to keep that momentum, because right now, the Democrats not going to catch back themselves right now. And don't talk about his vice president. That's a young man, a lawyer with a beautiful family. He have young children. And it's just a beautiful thing to see the way how America politics, even when it comes to people like Donald Trump, it gave other persons hopefully hope to know that you don't have to go in India and pretend and act like you're saint. And this is how I'm going to end the real talk with Lavi. I got to thank you guys. I see a number of you commented on the thread. I got to say good evening to Miss Glenette Duport, Wabuka Bass over there, Celestine Williams, good night to you. Got to say good evening to Grace Didier, pleasant good evening. Latoya, good night to you. Got to also say good evening to Mr. Eustace Adams. I appreciate you guys. And I see Latoya basically, Latoya Lewis, good night, like I said. No need to get like that because it's not going to bother me. I don't season, you understand? So right now, like I said, in the next election coming up, I will basically be giving my opinion. Who like it, gonna like it, and who don't like it, ain't gonna like it. But I know definitely I would be my authentic and talk what many of you are afraid to talk about. Good evening to Massive Thomas. Good evening to Keita Mills. And I can see this thing called politics is really a division among our people. The people are getting personal. It comes down to black, comes down to white. But when it comes to Lavi Gumbs, it's about humanity. It's about who can do the job. And as I leave here tonight, in my Trump voice, American politics, given the views, are you better off 4 years ago? Yeah, as you do now. This is how I'm going to end it. Have a wonderful evening. Trump Nation, big up yourself. Kamala Nation, next time around, y'all need to go back and regroup. And this come here, not just in America politics, but right here in St. Kitts and Nevis, it shows Trump again. Never underestimate people. The people want more than you go and your script and you're just reading. The people want more than you go at a distance from them and you're not seeing them, and you rather be with foreigners than you can be with your own. Trump, I am with Trump, and I'm looking forward to see what the Republican gonna do and start making some serious change. And I can guarantee you, when it comes to Donald Trump, something gonna happen soon. Start looking at your gas prices. Then again, you have some ungrateful people out there. No matter what you do, you're gonna like the man, you're gonna hate the man. But right now, the Democrat Party, they finish. They got to regroup. In my Nancy Pelosi voice. Good night.